Stop for a moment, because what you are about to hear may change the way you think about attraction forever. Most men believe women fall deeper because of big romantic gestures, expensive dates, perfect text messages, or dramatic declarations of love. But in reality, some of the strongest emotional bonds are created through the smallest details: a look, a tone, a private joke, a name only you use for her. There is a hidden language inside every relationship, and it is not only about body language, eye contact, or what you say in serious conversations. Sometimes the deepest emotional trigger is found in the way you call her. The right nickname can make a woman smile before she even realizes why. It can make her feel chosen, safe, desired, understood, and emotionally connected to you in a way that feels almost impossible to explain logically. And today, we are going to break down 9 powerful nicknames women secretly love, why they work psychologically, and how to use them with confidence, respect, and emotional intelligence. Before we go deeper, understand this clearly. A nickname is not magic by itself. You cannot call a woman baby once and expect her to suddenly feel attached to you. You cannot use sweet words without emotional connection and expect them to land with power. What makes a nickname powerful is not just the word. It is the context, the timing, the emotional safety, the tone of your voice, and the way she already feels around you. When a woman feels comfortable with a man, an affectionate nickname becomes more than a simple word. It becomes an emotional anchor. It reminds her of how she feels in his presence. It connects his voice with warmth, attention, attraction, and intimacy. That is why a nickname from the right man can feel unforgettable, while the same nickname from the wrong man can feel empty, awkward, or even uncomfortable. Psychology helps explain why this happens. When a woman hears affectionate language from someone she trusts and feels drawn to, it can activate emotional reward systems connected to pleasure, bonding, and closeness. Words can carry emotional memory. A certain name, phrase, or tone can remind her of a moment, a feeling, a private connection, or a version of herself she enjoys being around you. That is why emotionally intelligent men understand something most men ignore. Attraction is not only built through appearance, money, status, or chasing. Attraction is often built through emotional association. If your words consistently make her feel respected, feminine, seen, calm, excited, and valued, she starts associating your presence with those feelings. And when a woman associates you with a beautiful emotional state, you become harder to forget. The first nickname is Pretty Lady. At first, this may sound simple, maybe even old-fashioned, but that is exactly why it can be so powerful when used correctly. Pretty Lady combines beauty with respect. It does not feel as intense as something overly romantic, and it does not feel as casual as a generic compliment. It gives her 2 emotional signals at the same time. First, you notice her beauty. Second, you recognize her femininity with a sense of class. Many women are used to men calling them hot, sexy, or beautiful, but Pretty Lady carries a different emotional texture. It feels warm, mature, respectful, and slightly charming. It is the kind of nickname that works best when said slowly, with a relaxed smile, not like you are trying to impress her, but like you are simply acknowledging what is obvious to you. The psychology behind Pretty Lady is that it makes her feel admired without feeling objectified. It tells her, I see your beauty, but I also see your grace. That distinction matters. A woman may enjoy being desired, but deep down, many women want to feel more than physically attractive. They want to feel elegant. They want to feel noticed in a way that does not reduce them to one thing. When you call her Pretty Lady in the right moment, maybe when she walks into the room, maybe when she smiles at you, maybe when she does something soft and feminine without realizing it, you create a small emotional moment. And small emotional moments, repeated over time, become connection. But remember, tone is everything. If you say it too loudly, too eagerly, or too often, it loses charm. If you say it with calm confidence, it can make her feel like the only woman in the room. The second nickname is Princess or Queen. These 2 names have become very popular, but most men use them incorrectly. Calling a woman queen does not mean worshiping her. Calling her princess does not mean putting yourself beneath her. When used from a grounded masculine place, these nicknames communicate admiration, protection, and emotional value. Queen carries strength. It tells her you see her as a woman of worth, dignity, and presence. Princess carries softness. It tells her she is cherished, protected, and special in your eyes. The difference is in the energy. Queen speaks to her powerful side. Princess speaks to her tender side. But here is the key. These nicknames only work when they come from a man who still respects himself. A woman can feel the difference between a man who calls her queen because he truly admires her and a man who says it because he is desperate for approval. The first feels attractive. The second feels needy. When a confident man says, "That's my queen," it can make her feel honored. When an insecure man says it every 5 minutes to gain validation, it can make her feel pressure. The psychology here is polarity. Women are often deeply attracted to men who can admire them without losing themselves. So use queen or princess with intention, not as a routine. Say it when she shows up with confidence, when she carries herself with elegance, or when she reveals a softer side that you genuinely appreciate. The third nickname is gorgeous. This one is timeless because it is direct, simple, and emotionally clear. "Hey, gorgeous" can change the entire energy of a conversation when it is said naturally. It does not require a long explanation. It does not need to be dramatic. It tells her, "I see you, and you look incredible to me." But the real power of gorgeous is not just that it complements her appearance. It recognizes her presence. It makes her feel noticed in a way that feels effortless. A lot of women spend time thinking about how they look, how they are perceived, and whether the man they like still finds them attractive. When you call her gorgeous with genuine confidence, you answer that question without making her ask. The secret is to avoid making it feel like a performance. Do not overdo it. Do not say it as if you are trying to win points. Say it casually, like it is simply true. For example, a calm, morning gorgeous can feel more powerful than a long paragraph full of exaggerated compliments. Why? Because women often trust simple confidence more than forced intensity. When a compliment sounds too rehearsed, it feels like a tactic. When it sounds natural, it feels real. Gorgeous works because it touches her identity. It makes her feel beautiful not only in that moment, but in the way she wants to be remembered. And when a woman replays your voice in her mind later, it is usually not because you said something complicated. It is because you said something simple at the perfect time. Now, before we move to the next nickname, understand one important rule. Affectionate nicknames require emotional permission. If you barely know her, if she has not shown comfort with you, if there is no warmth between you yet, using intimate nicknames can feel forced. A high-value man pays attention. He does not rush closeness. He lets attraction breathe. The same word that feels romantic after emotional connection can feel uncomfortable too early. So the goal is not to collect nicknames and throw them at every woman you meet. The goal is to understand emotional timing. When there is trust, nicknames deepen the bond. Without trust, they create distance. The fourth nickname is babe or baby. These are probably the most common affectionate names in modern relationships, but because they are so common, many men underestimate them. Babe is powerful because it creates familiarity. It feels casual, intimate, and emotionally close. When a woman likes you and feels connected to you, hearing babe from you can relax her. It gives her the feeling of belonging, not ownership, not control. Belonging. There is a big difference. A healthy nickname should never make her feel possessed. It should make her feel included in a private emotional space between the two of you. Baby is softer and more vulnerable. It can carry tenderness, comfort, and emotional warmth. But again, this depends on the relationship dynamic. If you say baby too soon, it may feel too intimate. If you say it when emotional connection is already there, it can feel deeply comforting. Think of the difference between texting baby randomly to someone you just met and saying it softly to a woman who already trusts your energy. One feels forced, the other feels natural. The psychology behind babe and baby is safety. These words are familiar. They create emotional closeness. They tell her that she is not just someone you are attracted to, she is someone you feel connected with. But most men ruin these nicknames by overusing them. If every sentence starts with babe, the word loses emotional value. It becomes background noise. A nickname should feel like a touch, not like punctuation. Use it when the moment calls for warmth. Use it when she is sharing something with you. Use it when you want to create closeness without making a speech. A calm, "I've got you, babe," can land much deeper than a dozen needy compliments. The key is restraint. Scarcity creates meaning. When you use affectionate language with intention, it feels special. When you use it constantly, it becomes invisible. The fifth nickname is cutie. This one may sound playful and innocent, but that is where its power comes from. Cutie does not create heavy emotional pressure. It creates lightness. It makes her feel playful, youthful, relaxed, and safe. Not every moment of attraction has to be intense. Sometimes the strongest connection forms when a woman feels she can laugh, be silly, and drop the serious version of herself. Many women spend their days being responsible, guarded, professional, careful, and emotionally controlled. A man who can bring out her playful side without making her feel judged becomes memorable. When you call her cutie, you are not only complimenting her looks, you are responding to her energy. Maybe she laughs in a funny way. Maybe she gets excited about something small. Maybe she makes a cute expression without noticing it. In that moment, cutie tells her, "I noticed these little things about you." And women love being noticed in detail. Not in a creepy way, not in a forced way, but in a way that feels present. This nickname works especially well when paired with light teasing. For example, if she tries to act serious but cannot stop smiling, a simple, "You're such a cutie," can create instant warmth. The psychology behind cutie is dopamine through playfulness. It creates positive emotion without pressure. It is affectionate but not too intense. It builds attraction because it lets her feel comfortable while still feeling noticed. That combination is powerful. Many men only know how to be serious or sexual, but a man who knows how to be playful without becoming childish creates a different kind of pull. He makes her feel emotionally free. And when a woman feels free around you, she often wants to come back to that feeling again. The sixth nickname is sunshine. This one is emotional, warm, and deeply personal when used correctly. Sunshine is not about her body, it is about her presence. It tells her that her energy affects you in a positive way. It says, "You make things lighter. You bring warmth. You change the atmosphere." This can be incredibly powerful because many women want to feel appreciated not only for how they look, but for how they make people feel. Beauty may get attention, but energy creates attachment. When you call her sunshine, you are validating her emotional impact. This nickname works best with a woman who naturally carries warmth, kindness, optimism, or softness. If she has a bright personality, if she makes you smile, if her presence genuinely improves your mood, sunshine can feel beautiful. A message like "Good morning, sunshine" may seem simple, but simplicity is often what makes it effective. It creates a morning association. It becomes part of an emotional ritual, and rituals create closeness. Over time, if she enjoys that nickname, she may begin to associate your messages with warmth and comfort. The deeper psychology is gratitude. Sunshine tells her that you do not only want something from her, you appreciate what she brings. That matters because attraction without appreciation can feel shallow. Desire without gratitude can feel temporary. But when a woman feels both desired and appreciated, she feels emotionally safer. Use this nickname gently. Do not force it onto someone whose personality does not match it. But when it fits, it can become one of those names that makes her smile every time she hears it. The seventh nickname is Angel. This nickname carries a softer, almost protective emotional energy. When you call a woman Angel, you are reflecting her kindness, sweetness, or the peace she brings into your life. It tells her, "There is something gentle about you that I value." For the right woman, this can be very powerful because it connects to her nurturing side. Many women want to feel like they are not just desired for their appearance, but cherished for their heart. Angel touches that emotional layer. But this nickname must be used carefully. If you use it randomly, it may feel exaggerated. If you use it after she does something kind, supportive, thoughtful, or emotionally generous, it can feel deeply sincere. For example, if she helps you through a difficult moment, encourages you, checks on you, or shows softness when you needed it, saying, "You're an angel," can make her feel truly seen. It mirrors back her goodness, and people often become attached to those who recognize the best parts of them. The psychology behind angel is emotional reflection. You are not just naming her. You are showing her that you see her inner qualities. When a woman feels that a man recognizes her softness, kindness, and emotional beauty, she may feel safe opening up more. But remember, never use this nickname to put her on a pedestal. She is human. She has flaws, moods, fears, and complexity. Angel should feel like appreciation, not idealization. The difference is important. Appreciation creates intimacy. Idealization creates pressure. The 8th nickname is Hot Stuff. This one has a completely different energy. While Angel is soft, Hot Stuff is playful, bold, and flirtatious. It communicates desire, but in a teasing way. It says, "I see your attractiveness, and I am confident enough to acknowledge it without losing control." Women often enjoy feeling desired, but they usually respond best when desire is expressed with confidence rather than desperation. Hot Stuff works because it is not begging. It is not heavy. It is playful masculine energy. However, tone is everything. Said the wrong way, it can sound cheesy or inappropriate. Said with a calm smile, relaxed eye contact, and the right moment, it can create instant tension. Use it when she is clearly feeling confident, when she looks great, when she is glowing, or when the energy between you is already flirtatious. This is not a nickname you throw into a serious emotional conversation. This is one you use when there is chemistry, playfulness, and mutual attraction. The psychology behind Hot Stuff is tension without pressure. It lets her feel sexy without making the interaction feel too serious or demanding. That is a powerful balance. Many men make desire feel heavy because they attach neediness to it. A confident man makes desire feel fun. He does not hide that he is attracted, but he also does not collapse into chasing. This nickname works because it carries that balance. It says, "I notice you, I desire you, and I am relaxed about it." That relaxed desire is often far more attractive than intense pursuit. The 9th nickname is the most powerful of all. The personal nickname, the one only you use. This could be based on an inside joke, a shared memory, a unique habit she has, a funny moment you experienced together, or something specific about her personality. This kind of nickname is powerful because it creates exclusivity. Anyone can call her beautiful. Anyone can call her baby. But only you can call her by a name connected to a private moment between the two of you. That is what makes it emotionally sticky. Personal nicknames create emotional memory. Maybe you call her Giggles because she laughs at everything when she is nervous. Maybe you call her Trouble because she always teases you. Maybe you call her Blue Eyes because of the way she looked at you during a specific moment. Maybe you create a completely random name that makes no sense to anyone else, but means something to both of you. That is the magic. When she hears it, she does not just hear a word. She remembers a feeling. She remembers a moment. She remembers the version of herself that exists around you. This is the deepest level of nickname psychology because it creates emotional ownership without control. Not ownership over her as a person, but ownership over a shared experience. It becomes part of your private language. Every strong connection has a private language. Little phrases, looks, jokes, names, things that make no sense to the outside world but mean everything to the two people inside the bond. If you want to create a nickname she never forgets, make it personal. Make it real. Make it born from the connection, not copied from a list. Now let's talk about the rules, because without the rules, even the best nicknames can lose their power. Rule number 1, do not rush intimacy. A nickname should match the level of connection. If you use intimate language before emotional comfort exists, it may feel like you are trying to force closeness. Let the relationship breathe. Let trust develop naturally. A woman should feel that the nickname emerged from the connection, not that you pulled it from a dating strategy video. Rule number 2, watch her reaction. Women will often show you what they like through small signals. Does she smile when you say it? Does her voice soften? Does she repeat it back? Does she lean into the moment? Or does she seem tense, distant, or uncomfortable? Pay attention. Emotional intelligence is not about memorizing words. It is about reading the room, reading her energy, and respecting her comfort. The most attractive men are not the ones who say the most perfect lines. They are the ones who know when to speak, when to pause, and when to adjust. Rule number 3, never fake affection. If the nickname does not feel natural coming from you, do not force it. Women can sense when words do not match energy. A sweet nickname delivered with fake charm feels empty. A simple name delivered with genuine warmth feels powerful. Authenticity is the foundation. The goal is not to sound like someone else. The goal is to express affection in a way that feels aligned with who you are and how you genuinely see her. Rule number 4, do not use nicknames as manipulation. This is important. The purpose of affectionate language is not to control a woman's emotions. It is to create connection, warmth, and mutual closeness. If you use nicknames only to make her attached, jealous, dependent, or emotionally reactive, the energy becomes unhealthy. Real attraction grows where there is respect. The strongest emotional bonds are not built through tricks. They are built through presence, honesty, emotional safety, and consistent behavior. So let's quickly revisit the 9 nicknames and what they communicate. Pretty lady communicates elegance, beauty, and respect. Princess or queen communicates admiration, softness, and emotional value. Gorgeous communicates direct recognition and effortless attraction. Babe or baby communicates comfort, closeness, and emotional safety. Cutie communicates playfulness, lightness, and warmth. Sunshine communicates gratitude and appreciation for her energy. Angel communicates tenderness, kindness, and emotional peace. Hot stuff communicates desire, confidence, and playful tension. And the personal nickname communicates intimacy, exclusivity, and shared emotional memory. Each nickname touches a different emotional layer. Some make her feel beautiful. Some make her feel safe. Some make her feel playful. Some make her feel desired. Some make her feel deeply understood. But the real secret is this. The nickname is only the container. Your energy is what fills it. Your tone, your confidence, your timing, your respect, and your emotional presence decide whether the word becomes powerful or forgettable. Attraction is rarely built from one huge moment. It is built through repeated emotional signals. The way you look at her when she speaks, the way you remember small details, the way your voice changes when you say her name, the way you make her feel feminine without making her feel weak, desired without making her feel pressured, special without making her feel trapped. That is the hidden language of emotional attraction. The right nickname, used at the right time, becomes more than affection. It becomes a memory. It becomes a private signal. It becomes a reminder of how she feels around you. And when a woman feels safe, seen, desired, and emotionally alive in your presence, she does not forget that easily. So choose your words carefully. Speak with intention. Let your affection be real. Because in a world full of empty compliments, the man who knows how to make a woman feel deeply seen will always stand apart. If this message gave you a new way to understand female psychology, attraction, dating advice for men, emotional connection, and the psychology of love, make sure to subscribe for more powerful insights. Because the truth is, women do not only remember what you say, they remember how your words made them feel. And when your words touch the right emotional place, your voice can stay in her mind long after the conversation ends.